Question number 3 wants us to solve using the method that we just developed in question number 2, which is basically to say rewrite each part so that way you have a common base. And once you have a common base established, then just use common sense to solve the exponent parts. So I'll start with number 3, letter A, and I'll ask myself, first of all, which part needs to be changed and which part is already exponential. That's the part I won't have to touch. So the left-hand side of this problem is already exponential. Exponential just means it has a base and it has a power. So I'm going to leave 3 to the power of x minus 4 completely untouched, which means the only thing I need to change is the 9. I need to rewrite the 9 so that it has a common base of 3. I need it to be 3 to the power of something. Well, we know based on our exponents, 3 squared is 9. So if I rewrote the problem as 3 to the power of x minus 4 equals 3 squared, now I'm just focusing on the exponent. Namely, just like in number 1, I'm trying to figure out what x is so that something minus 4 would match 2. Now, of course, you could, again, set those things equal to each other and solve it like an old school algebra problem, or you can just use common sense and say 6 minus 4 is 2, whichever way works for you is fine. That's the general idea. Take whichever half of the problem is not exponential and rewrite it as such. Rewrite it as an exponential, just using basic properties of exponents. Then you'll set the exponents equal to each other, or just mentally solve the exponents to figure out what x needs to be to make the left match the right. I'll do one more example just to make sure you've got the hang of it. In letter B, 8 to the power of 2x is already exponential, so that means I need to change the 64. 64 needs a common base of 8, so that's 8 to the power of 2. Again, I'll focus on the exponents. 2 times something has to give me 2 as an answer. You can set them equal to each other if you want, or you can just use common sense. X would have to be equal to 1 in order for the left to match the right. So hopefully you can apply a similar strategy in letter C and in letter D. The idea is not to overcomplicate things, but rather to keep things very, very simple and to just rewrite the part of the problem that makes the left side match the right side so that you can solve with very simple algebra.